Hello everybody, my name is Saga and today we are going to discuss Caraval by Miss Stephanie Garber. Okay, so welcome to the video, and I'm gonna start off just by telling you a little bit what the book is about, and then you can decide for yourself if it sounds fun or not, and you can read it or not read it, but I truly recommend it. So it's about this girl called Scarlett, and she and her sister lives in a very broken family. Their father is very abusive, and so because of this, she and her sister Tella has a very close relationship. It's not fault-free, but they are very close to each other and love each other and so on, and in that way this book has a very strong element of sisterhood. So ever since they have been little girls, they have been told about this magical place called the Caraval. They have heard about it from stories their grandma has told them. And this place is basically very magical, and there's always this game where you can either participate in the game or you can watch it. But they know that they probably will never be able to go because of their father. So eventually one day they are able to go to this caraval, and when they arrive there, Tella disappears and Scarlett doesn't understand where she has gone off to. And when she finally reaches the game arena, she realizes that Tella is actually gone, and eventually she will realize that her disappearance has to do with the game, and to win the game you have to find Tella. Since the game goes along, she starts to realize that there's this dark undertone in like the whole thing, and that's where like the mystery element comes into the picture, and she has to find out all kinds of stuff. And if you decide to pick this up, you will find out all of the secrets and stuff, or some of the secrets. So what I also liked about this book was that there is romantic elements to it, but it doesn't like overpower or take over the story in any way, because Scarlett's main goal is to find her sister, but there are romantic elements in the story. Anyways, if you get it. And first, before I go into spoilers, I just want to say that I really appreciate this. Just this cover is so beautiful. I just love it when they go through the extra effort to really make the cover beautiful, and they have succeeded with this one, I'd like to say. You know, there's also this cool map they have of all the places and stuff, and then and you know, naked it has this little teardrop, raindrop, we need so. And now I will go into spoilers, so people who hasn't read this, you can go and read it and go back or something, and you who have read it, you can stay. So bye! Spoiler time! Woo. So, you know, basically the whole book starts with Scarlett finding Tella, having a cozy time with Julian in a little shed or something, and so this is the first time we meet Tella and Scarlett. Let me tell you, I don't tell that much. I'll just go and sit in shame over there. So what I'm trying to say is that I was trying to figure out the relationship in the beginning, because I mean, I had my mixed opinions about Tella during this story. Because, you know, Scarlett was really upset when she found out that Tella was like messing around with this random dude, because their father would punish them. So the first thing Tella says is, "Don't worry, Scarlett, I'll find a way to blame it on you." Okay, that's pretty mean. What? I didn't understand. At first I just thought that was very mean, like why would you do that? Then I realized that if you did something wrong they would punish the other and so on. Then the father came down, and Tella was very quick to blame Scarlett. It was her. Father, I promise, it was her. I have nothing to do with this guy. No, father, I swear it was her. I'm innocent, father, it was her. And they were just going back and forth, blaming each other. All I could think about was that that's not a healthy relationship. You should bond together against your father. But it turned out that was exactly what they were doing. So he punished the person who didn't commit the crime to punish the person who did commit the crime. Logic, everybody! But you know, so then Scarlett get these tickets from a legend, and they can finally go away to Caraval. But Scarlett doesn't want to go because she thinks the life her father has laid out for her is the right life to live. So she doesn't want to go there anymore. So Tella and Julian kind of kidnaps her to take her to the caraval. And now she wakes up just when they are getting off the boat, and of course there's a hole in the boat, so they have to swim to the shore, and you know, so they take off their clothes, and then there's snow there, so they're cold and everything. I really liked Julian. I mean, I surely didn't trust him at first. He was very, very sketchy. He knew things that you weren't supposed to know if you were a player, so I did not trust him. So he tells Scarlett that she shouldn't believe anyone in Caraval because they're either an actor or a player, and the players are very greedy because they want them clues to solve the case. Or they are actors, like I said, and they can, I don't know, either help you or not help you, I guess. The point is to not trust anyone, okay? According to the script, Julian was supposed to leave Scarlett at the clock shop, but when Scarlett were going to enter the caraval, he was there and they went there together. So nice, you know, now they're teammates and they can continue this adventure together. So they managed to get to their room at the hotel in time, and I mean, we're very lucky that, I guess we're lucky they did. What a boring book it would have been if they didn't make it. But I guess they were supposed to make it according to the script because Legend really wanted her to come there. So by now I already don't like Tella very much. I mean, she means well, but she's kind of, I don't know. She's just too reckless. I can't stand it, okay? So Scarlett gets this note and a key when she arrives to their room that Tella is supposed to be in another room. So she goes to that room and she can hear Tella speak with some guy, and she immediately thinks that she's having cozy times again, which I don't blame her for, because I think Tella is known to have cozy times a lot. I mean, later we will find out that this guy she was talking to was Legend, but he wasn't real a Legend, he just played the role of Legend. Whatever. So Scarlett goes away from there and is all mad and stuff. And in the morning it looks like there has been a fight in the room or something. She has been kidnapped or taken away. She's not there, things are thrown on the floor and stuff. And this is apparently the first clue that everybody got for free. All the people that are playing the games. And Scarlett is very upset, and I just feel so bad for Scarlett through this whole book. Like, her whole world is just like crashing together and crumbling down, and it's disappearing completely. I mean, I wanted her to realize that there was a better life than being married away to some guy you don't know by your father, that you can choose for yourself. But also I feel really bad for her. Like, I gotta give props to Scarlett though, that she was able to find so many clues. Like, if I was there, I'd be useless, meaningless, honestly. Like, I just arrived there to the caraval like, oh, wow, this is so magical. What do I do now? I don't know where to find the clues. Like, I don't want to sell my secrets to anyone. What am I gonna do? Sit around? I can't do anything if I'm not prepared to sell my darkest secrets. I don't want to do that. I mean, it would be very boring for like the sellers because I don't have any dark secrets. So I guess I'm lucky in that way. But when they are on that little island and she finds the dude who can like see the future and stuff, they also find, or rather Scarlett finds a way down to like the tunnels beneath the stage, if we can call it that. This is when we start to realize, like, this place isn't really what it seems, maybe. People can go like crazy in the tunnels, according to the rumors. And she's quickly thrown away from there from that girl who like rowed the boat. Scarlett is supposed to buy these two dresses because reasons, so she can like get this very important information from the girl that draws the future in her little notebook, and she isn't able to pay in the normal price, so the owner of the store like takes 2 days from her. Like, honestly, I thought it was rather stupid of Scarlett to just assume it was 2 days at the end of her life, because nothing in Caraval affects the things that is outside of Caraval. And I just know, I thought it was obvious, and I was a little mad because of that. So fortunately, Julian finds her and they like share the blood, and they sleep for 1 day instead. And in this dream, we can see Julian with a top hat at the funeral of the girl who threw herself out the window. No, seeing this, I was shocked. What? How dare you? Like, I thought something was up with Julian, but I didn't think he was a legend. So when I heard this, I didn't know what to believe, because the game can fool you, or it can tell the truth. I didn't know if he was evil or not. So he tells her, standing over Dante's dead body, that he's the brother of the girl who threw herself out the window, and now he's here to get revenge on Legend and the people that work there because they killed her, his sister. And I wanted to believe him so bad. I didn't know what to believe, okay? I'm glad Scarlett believed him in the end. I mean, it turned out he was lying, but it was a good... I mean, I don't... He was lying, okay? But he wasn't evil, okay? And another thing I really liked about this story was that it was so well written. Like, I could really picture in front of me everything that she explained to me. And I love it when authors are able to do that, like when it's very easy to picture the scenery or what's happening and the colors and stuff. But oh, this book did it very well, that's all I'm saying. I mean, later their father shows up there. First I thought it wasn't real. I thought it was like some actor or some kind of hologram, or she was like imagining things. I just couldn't believe how her father could get there, you know? He's so evil. Her father chasing her is an element of the story, and I will tell you, I don't like that guy. So she goes into this hat store, and the guy with the eye patch is standing in there, and she thinks it's Legend at first because he's very beautiful. But no, he's the husband that was promised to her by her father. And he's also there. You know, then they go out in the daytime, which you aren't allowed to do, and so Scarlett and Julian go to the carousel, and they find a little hidden door there in the carousel, and we can notice that there is something that Julian really wants to tell her, but he doesn't tell her for some reason. I mean, we know now what the reason is, but we didn't know reading why he didn't tell her, because there was something important he wanted to tell her, but he didn't do it because of some reason. And it was just because he couldn't physically do it. Scarlett jumps down into this river thing, and she lands on these stairs, and the Legend is standing on the stairs. He tells her how stupid she is, that she would think that he hates her grandmother because she rejected his love, and now he's gonna make Tella jump out the window. And he tells her that Julian is just an actor and he has been faking everything. Well, just poor Scarlett once again. So then Legend kills Julian. Like, I couldn't believe it reading this. Like, how could I couldn't kill Julian? I liked him. I truly believed he was dead. Then I remembered the wish that you get when you win the game, and I just hoped to God that Tella wouldn't die, so Scarlett would have to revive her, because then she wouldn't be able to revive Julian. Why did they kill Julian? So she walks up the tower, and she finds Tella at the top. Like, honestly, I hate Tella. Like, I don't even like her. I don't know, like she hasn't really done a bad thing or anything. I just really don't like her. This is the most frustrating scene in the whole book. I hated this scene between Scarlett and Tella, where Scarlett thinks Tella is beginning to go crazy because Legend has seduced her into loving him, and now she's gonna jump down the balcony. And I will show you an accurate representation of me reading this scene. Here it comes. was so frustrated. Stella was so naive. How she just made Scarlet believe that she was the crazy one, and like the game had been messing with her head. Inner peace. Inner peace. So then the father and the fiancé enters the scene, and it's already crazy in there. And Matella said that her and Legend was in love, and Legend like gave Scarlet the evil eye. And Scarlet is like desperately trying to tell Tella that something's wrong. You know, she's acting crazy, but she isn't crazy. She's like, you saw that? Look at that, Tella! Did you see his eyes? He's evil, he's planning something, I promise you. Well, dear Tella, maybe we should tie her to a chair so she doesn't hurt anyone. I'm getting mad just thinking about this scene right now. So like I said, just the dad and the fiancé enters the room, and this is where things starts going even crazier, because Tella is going towards the balcony, and I'm so mad because if she jumps and dies, Scarlet will have to revive her with her wish, and then she won't be able to revive Julian, which is the person I care more about in this scenario. You know, so Legend tells Tella that he has been lying all along, that he doesn't love her, and that she has been played. So she walks towards the balcony, and then she jumps, and Scarlet is devastated. Of course, her sister has just jumped off a balcony. Basically, the only person she cares about has jumped off the balcony. The one thing she was sent there to prevent has happened, and it makes my heart break for Scarlet. Poor girl. She has just been through hell, and now it's just continuing. So she tells her father and fiance that she never wants to see them again, and they should go away because she hates them. And now that Tella is gone, they have no way of controlling her anymore, and they wish she will not go through with this marriage. You go, girl, Scarlet, I like you. But you know, so she goes down to the street where Tella is just a pile of goo on the ground, and Scarlet remembers that they can like blood has something to do with magic here, and maybe if she gives Tella her blood, she will come back to life. And then when she returns to Tella's room, she finds these letters that Tella has been sending Legend through all these years, that Scarlet also has been sending him letters. And this is where we find out that all of this has just been a part of some plan of Tella and Scarlet about how they are going to get rid of their father, and just a way for them to not have to deal with him anymore. And then suddenly Tella is alive again. She and Scarlet is hugging, and Tella is like explaining everything, and like I'm just sitting here and I'm mad, okay? I'm mad at Tella. Like Scarlet has been emotionally damaged so hard right now. What have you done? Like I knew you really had to sell it to your father that she was going to die, but you could have at least told Scarlet, like could have said something, honestly. She thinks she's crazy. She has literally nobody left. Tella's dead, Julian is dead, what is she going to do now? She can't go home to her father again, like. And even though Scarlet has been going through all this shit that Tella doesn't seem to realize, she makes Scarlet go to this party. This party she doesn't even want to go to. Tella! I'ma tell you something. You don't do that. I thought you loved your sister. She's obviously not okay with this whole situation. Maybe a party isn't the best thing right now. But they go to the party, and you know, Scarlet has found out that Julian was an actor all along. So Scarlet is scared that Julian isn't going to be the same person that she knew during the game, that everything has just been fake, basically. So they start talking to each other, and Julian explains that in their roles they pour a part of themselves into the role, and he isn't really that different from the role he was playing, and he actually just stuck around because he thought Scarlet was different. She didn't just want to just win the game and get the prize and everything. She was just there to retrieve her sister. And he liked that about her. He gives her some hints of who he really is, because if he still can't say it because of the magic in the caraval. Scarlet finally figures it out that Julian's brother is Legend. What? He's not Legend, he's just almost Legend. And he is ready to leave Caraval with Scarlet if she lets him. And oh, then of course Tella is there and she's dancing and she's hella drunk. This random person just takes her away from the crowd, and when I started reading this book I didn't know that it would be part of a series. So I was very surprised with the way it ended. Tella and the real Legend, this time, we are led to believe, are dancing away from the crowd, and he just hands her this small piece of paper. Then he walks back to the crowd again to continue doing whatever legends do. She looks at the paper and it says, I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna find it in the book. Congratulations on escaping your father and surviving Caraval. I am pleased your plan worked, although I had no doubt you would survive the game. I'm sure your mother will be quite proud, and I believe you should be able to see her soon. But first, you must keep up your end of the bargain. I hope you haven't forgotten what you owe me in exchange for all that I've shared with you. I plan on collecting my payment very soon. Yours truly, a friend. Well done, Tella. Well done. What did you pay him with, huh? What are you supposed to give him, huh? You didn't sell your soul, did you, right? I mean, it should be publicly known by now that you should never sell your soul to anyone or anything, okay? Not for any price. Not worth it. Okay, no, but honestly, I don't know what she's supposed to pay a Legend with, but it can't be anything good. And I guess the second book is gonna be about either paying him this thing or preventing Tella from giving him this thing, because it's too big of a thing and they can't give it to him. But now they also have Julian, and he can help them with information and stuff, so that's good, I guess. I can't wait until the second book gets out. I'm so excited. Are you excited? We should all be excited together. I mean, I still have questions, like their mother. She has disappeared. She's not there. She has disappeared. Like, where did she go? I mean, your grandmother was the one who dumped Legend, and I can just assume that your mother has something to do with Legend or Caraval as well, because this family is involved in the Caraval drama. But I don't know where she's been, what she's up to. I guess we'll find out in the following book or books. I honestly don't know, but I'll hopefully see you some other time. Bye!